you, Eric. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, I'd say the most popular ornament always seems to be Jalen Hurts. Oh, Jamar Chase today. All right, a little different. We'll take that. We'll take that. Let's take care of him. I got to the point where I would be surprised if it wasn't Jalen Hurts. So I'm a little surprised today. But that's all right. There you go. Ornament well preserved. All right, now let's see if we can get something in here. An empty box. Hey, Todd Father, good morning. Good morning. All right, Pierce, DK, Hairston for Buffalo. Hampton, we'll take that. We'll take that, Chargers. I think that's Cujo. Touchdown Masters, Jahmyr Gibbs for Detroit. Bryce Young, Thomas Bond, Ricky Pearsall, and a Josh Jacobs starting us off. Yeah, the ornaments are kind of fun, but I think I saw like 8,000 Jalen Hurts. A lot of Jalen Hurts. All right, let's do some value packs. It's been a while since we had one of these. I do love these. Let's see, there it is. All right. Empty box. Packs everywhere. The carnage. All right. Good luck, guys. Maybe we'll mix in some of the optic packs with these. All right. We got Jimbo, Bijan, Mark Levy, Olakun, Peterson, Derek Carr, DK, Drew Brees on the silver for the Saints, Andy Reid on the green for KC, Amon-Ra, that's sweet, Jordan Love, and Krieg. That is a rare one. We didn't get a rookie. There's usually a rookie. Josh Allen on the hype. We got DK on the Prism break. And Javon Baker for New England. Yeah, usually there is a rookie in those. Very surprised. Maybe we'll get a bonus one in the next pack. I say Kerr Saxon, yeah, you got enough of those ornaments to do the whole tree. Terrell Davis, Allen, Williams, Zamir White, Rashawn Gary, Taylor, Jalen Warren, Luke Musgrave on the silver for Green Bay, Brian Burns for the Giants, Brett Favre, Conklin, and Carson Steele for KC, Keon Coleman on the Prismatic, little Bo Nix, Prism Fireworks. We like that. Going to Mr. Shaft, and Isaac for Baltimore. Yes. Njoku, Suggs, Stidham, Williams, Lewis, Big Play Slay, Gino. We got Estime on the silver. James Conner for Arizona. Frank Gore. Sauce Gardner for the Jets. And a Spencer Rattler. Caleb on the Prismatic we like. TJ Watt on the Fireworks. And Robinson for the Jags. Nick Chubb, Hamilton, Witten, Jefferson, Michael Pittman, Falk, Owens. We got Budda Baker for Arizona on the silver. Carson Steele on the green for KC. Jimbo, Puka. Very nice. And a Jeffrey Simmons. Is that another one without a rookie? There's usually supposed to be a rookie in these. It's very weird. JJ on the portals. We approve. Keon Coleman on the green emergent. And Lassiter going to Houston. Very strange. Is that true, Stinky? Do I need to ask how you would know that? How do you know that? Myles Garrett, Mr. Goff, Sweat, Zaire Franklin, Chubb, Davis, Okereke, Joe Montana on the silver for Kansas City, Geno on the green, Reggie Wayne, Mike Evans, and Keon Coleman. He's been all over this box on the red, white, and blue for Mr. B-Wax. Mr. Kittle on the Prism Break. Bo Nix on the green emergent. We like. And Leofold for the Cowboys. I see. I missed that story. That's why I'm glad you're around here, Stinky, to pass that knowledge on to us. Tremble, Aiden, Joe Burrow, Marino. We got Pacheco, Brian Burns, Brad Johnson, C.J. Mosley for the Jets on the silver, ETN for the Jags, Amari Cooper, Rashee Rice, and I'm very confused how these are not all having a rookie. They're supposed to all have a rookie. Randy Moss on the portals, Brock Bowers on the green emergent, and a Chop Robinson. At least they are taking care of us on the other stuff. All right, that's the halfway mark. How about we do that H2 next, and then we'll do the rest of these packs after that. Get a little variety. Let's do a little variety. And we'll finish with the hobby. All right, empty box. Let's go downtown. Good luck, everybody. We got Keaton Mitchell for the Ravens. That's not. Oh, it always gets my hope up. Chad Ryland on the Mojo for New England. AR on the primary colors. And a Tyreek Hill. They get my hopes up with those primary color cards. Every time. We got Dorian Williams for Buffalo. Jake Haener for the Saints on the Mojo. And Dalton Kincaid primary colors. We like that. And a Warren Sapp. Bills are plentiful, B-Wax. Tyler Scott for the Bears. Jalen Hurts on the My House for Kerr-Saxon. Mac Jones and a Drew Sanders for Denver. We got Drew Sanders again. ETN, Darrelle Revis on the Retro Series, and a Tyreek Stevenson for the Bears. Tyler Scott, Russell Wilson, Jaden Reed on the Diamond Hands. We like that. And Chad Ryland. Enough with you, Chad Ryland. But we like the diamond hands. We got DJ Johnson for Carolina. Mahomes on the chain reaction with a Hines Ward and a Sean Clifford for Green Bay. Optic don't like the Jets. Mark Andrews. DJ Turner for the Bengals on the Mojo. Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, best tutties, and a Joey Porter Jr. for Pittsburgh. All right, come on, last pack magic. We got Sam Hubbard, Tyson Bagent for the Bears on the Mojo. Will Levis, hidden potential for the Titans, and Emmanuel Forbes for Washington. A lot of backup QBs. Kurt Warner, Cooper, Humphrey, Mahomes, Ramondre, Vita, Wesley, DeAndre Swift on the silver for the Bears, Chris Braswell on the green for Tampa Bay, Miles Sanders, Sam Darnold, and an Ayuk. Caleb Williams on the fireworks, Josh Jacobs on the Prism fireworks, and a Drake May showing up. We'll take that, Drake May. That is most of my PC already, Stinky. Most of my PC is already car wash. Headlined by Kyle Trask, Tony Dorsett, Miles Sanders, Amon-Ra, Carlson, CJ, Eckler, TJ Watt. We got DJ James on the silver going to Seattle. Javonte on the green, Chris Jones, Drew Brees, and Chris Braswell again on the red, white, and blue. With a Luke McCaffrey emergent, Roma Dunze on the Prismatic, and Rook for the Falcons. Although some of those guys turn up, you think you've seen the last of them, and then, like, oh, there's Mac Jones. He's just keeping the 49ers going. Couldn't keep a starting gig, but there he is. Solid backup. You just never know. You just never know how the journey's going to go. Might turn out to be a 44-year-old grandpa with 10 kids going back to the NFL. Kyle Pitts, Biner, Ed Reed, Juju, Bo Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Robinson. We got Ivan Pace for the Vikings on the silver. Big play Slay for Kersaxon. Gonzalez, Russell Wilson, and Jordan. Look at that, a rookie. It happens. For the Texans, Gibbs on the fireworks, Jordan Love on the hype, and McClellan for the Falcons as well. Seeing what he did, I could live with Mac. I could live with him. Johnson, Jim Hart, Judy, Joe Mixon, Cooper Kupp, Bradshaw, Kamara. We got Elway on the silver for Denver. Keon Coleman showing up again. You're getting them all, B-Wax. You're getting them all. Marlon Humphrey for Baltimore. Flores, Earl Campbell, going way back there for the Titans. Blake Corum on the emergent. Marshawn Lloyd on the prismatic prism for Green Bay, and a Xavier Worthy. Big helmet and all. Ogden, Jimmy Johnson, Thielen, Moss, Adams, Tyler Lockett, Armstead. We got Chris Jenkins for the Bengals on the silver. Chase Brown for the Bengals. Diggs, Fred Warner, A.J. Barner. Take that, Seattle. On the red, white, and blue. Brock Purdy, Fireworks. Joe Montana on the portals for Kansas City. Jonathan Brooks for Carolina. And a Kid Reporter. All right, one more, and then the hobby. Laporta, Dexter, Drake London, Matt LeFleur, Stafford, Will Levis, Torrey Holt, Brandon Ayuk on the silver, Justin Jefferson for the Vikings, Tony Dorsett, Kobe Turner, Devin Singletary. We got Cooper DeJean on the prismatic, Derrick Henry on the fireworks prism, and a Brock Bowers showing up for the Raiders. All right, last night we got 3 autos out of our Mosaic hobby, so hopefully Panini will be nice to us again. All right, empty box. Good luck, everybody. We got Myers, Chop Robinson, Altoon, Will Howard for Pittsburgh, Judkins on the silver. We like that. Calvin Johnson on the red. LeGarrette Blount for the Tampa Bay. Caleb Metamastery. Gibbs and Kamara will take care of this at the end. We got Otten, Owens, Thielen, Odell Beckham, Jack Campbell, and a Joe Theismann. Malik Neighbors, Achane, Franklin, R.J. Harvey for Denver. We got Dylan Gabriel for the Browns. Robert Brooks for Green Bay. That is 73 out of 199. AR Mosaic. We got Brock Bowers on the Moments in Time for the Raiders. Drake May on the Montage. Kid Reporter Milrow for the Seahawks. We like Hooper, Drake May, Blake, Clowney, Etienne. Hollywood, Jordan Love, Nubin Mellett for the Raiders. Malachi Starks for Baltimore. Dylan Gabriel. That is 74 out of 99 for the Browns. Max Crosby on the silver. Loveland on the introductions. We like that. Jalen Hurts on the Moments in Time. Howard Judkins for the Browns. Peppers, TJ Ertz, and Joe Horn. I know, B-Wax, I know. We have an auto popping up here any time now. Xavier Legette, Williams, Lambjack, Scatterbo for the Giants. We like. Love it for the Lions. Trey McBride for Arizona. 170 out of 199. Newbin on the Mosaic. Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Montage. These Mosaic carbon copies are some of my favorites. Egbuka and Garrett Wilson. We'll take care of that at the end. Jets and Tampa Bay. That's a sweet looking card. Van Ginkel, JSN, Gates, Culpepper, Randy, and Alvin. Justin Jefferson, Steve Spurrier, Bucky, Nick Emawari for Seattle. Owosu Koromoa going to Cleveland for our first auto on the Mosaic. Not numbered. Quinyon Mitchell on the silver. Mason Taylor for the Jets on the Mosaic. Brock Bowers, Meta Mastery on the overdrive. Ashton Genty for the Raiders. That's a sick card. That's not a case hit, is it? Williams, Dylan Gabriel, Sherman, Keon Coleman, Murray, Andre Reed. I never see those overdrives. You wish. I see it so seldom, it makes me think twice, like, wait a minute. Just a second. It seems like a short print for sure. Boswell, McConkey, Quinyon Mitchell, Campbell, Xavier Legette on the stamps. That one is 25 out of 149 for Carolina. Judkins right behind that one. 153 out of 199. Cleveland doing some work. Trent Dilfer on the Mosaic. Lambjack Moments in Time. Malik on the Men of Mastery. Wilson, Adonai, Abdul Carter for the Giants. Isaiah Likely, Joe Mixon, and a Mahomes. What's up, Lion Hunter? How are you doing today? Yeah. Sparty's on at noon, Lion Hunter. High noon. I believe they're playing Penn State today. I will be ready. Settle in for some lunch in Sparty. Marvin, Bryce, Debo, Hampton for the Chargers, Watkins for the 49ers. Oh, what do we got here? Loveland. I think these are out of 25, right? For the Bears, it is 11 out of 25. I love the whites. So nice. That's going to Jim. Nice hit, Jim. Aaron Jones on the silver. McConkey on the Montage. Egbuka, Men of Mastery. We like that. Tampa Bay. Kid Reporter. Gannon, Bigsby, Adunze, Corey Dillon, Tariq Woolen, Bo Nix. No work. That's nice. No work. Enjoy MSU. That's all you need. And that is a nice hit. Those lighted ups out of 25 might be my favorite, but these are good at any card. All right, 3 to go. Still got another auto, at least one more auto chilling in here somewhere. Amon-Ra. Cooper Kupp. Kenny Clark. We got Abdul Carter for the Giants. Gadsden for the Chargers. Josh Downs on the red going to Indy. Kenneth Walker on the mosaic. Another carbon copy. This is Garrett Wilson and Egbuka again. So we got 2 of those to take care of. We got Hampton on the mosaic splash. That's sick for the Chargers. Peyton Manning. Max Crosby. Tyler Warren. We approve. Devontae, Dobbs, Irvin. Oh, nice, Stinky. Yeah, I got Monday off. I got the rest of the week I got to work. And then I guess I do have to work Monday and Tuesday, the 2 weeks after that. Not too bad. It's a deal I can live with. It's a good way to bring in the new year, right? Relaxing at home. Football to the left of you, football to the right of you. With a little college basketball sprinkled in. Franklin, Dilfer, Blount, Nolan for Arizona. We got an auto. Mason Taylor, there you go. Jets on the free. On the free, 48 out of 49 for the Jets. They hit yesterday on the free, too. I think it was Mason Taylor in that one as well. There you go, Jets. Jack Beck on the silver. We like that, too. Jonathan Taylor on the mosaic. We got Saquon moments in time. Dak Prescott montage. T. Higgins. BTJ. Brock. Josh. Chuck Foreman, and a Gibbs. All right, last pack. Come on, Sombrero Cat. Let's go. Russell Wilson, CJ, Drake May. We got Jackson for the Vikings, Higgins for the Texans, Jordan Love on the Brazil games red. I like that. Wester for Baltimore on the mosaic. On the introductions, Tyler Shuck. On the lighted up, Ashton Genty, we approve. On the silver, no less. Travion showing up for us. Ray Lewis, Caleb Jennings, Stingley, and a Fred Taylor. All right, give me a second here, guys. We got a couple to take care of, and then I'll do a quick recap. Thanks, Eric. There's a lot to sort here. You guys know I'll add in and help you if you need it, and even if you don't. That's what we do here. Tampa Bay. We had Tampa Bay. B-Wax. Are you out there, B-Wax? Thank you, Stinky. Thank you, Kersaxon. I got your back if he doesn't, Stinky. B-Wax not out there. Is who had the free? Dusty, are you out there, Dusty? Let me know if you're out there, Dusty. There's a lot of sorting in this one. Dusty, okay, good. Let's do this. All right, so we got Tampa Bay and the Jets. There somewhere. Right at the bottom. All right, we'll do the mosaic first. Dusty, say left or right. Left or right. Cujo, I'll be checking out Michigan tonight. Left. It is Tampa Bay, which is B-Wax. So B-Wax is getting this one. But you got another crack at this. You got another crack at this, Dusty. Because there's another one. Try again. Now, remember, I mixed these up, so they could be on the other side. They might not. I don't even know. Left again. This time you got it. So you are getting one. B-Wax gets the other. That works. And we got Saints and Detroit. DJ, are you out there? And the Saints was B-Wax too. So DJ, let me know if you're out there. There's Detroit. I don't know if DJ's out there. I might have to pick for this. Oh, wait. Who's still out there? Lion Hunter, are you still out there? You don't have anything in this fight. Are you out there, Lion Hunter? If you are, say left or right for me, will you? This will decide the fate of the Gibbs Kamara card. Right, it is. Going to the Lions. All right, the Lions, that is DJ. So DJ's getting that one. Sorry, Saints. All right, let me do a quick recap here, and then I will get to work. Tyler Warren for Indy. Hampton on the Mosaic Splash. Xavier Legette was out of 149 for Carolina. Judkins was out of 199. McBride for Arizona out of 199. Robert Brooks, Green Bay out of 199. Judkins on the silver. Cooper DeJean on the prismatic. Brock Bowers on the green emergent. Keon, red, white, and blue. Bo Nix on the green emergent. Hampton for the Chargers. Tyler Shuck, introductions. Ashton on the lighted up silver. Mason Taylor was out of 49 for the Jets on the free. Loveland was out of 25 for the Bears. Egbuka, Men of Mastery for Tampa Bay. We had Owusu Koramoah for Cleveland on the auto. Ashton, Silver Overdrive. Dylan Gabriel was out of 99. Loveland introductions. Roma Dunze on the prismatic prism. Braswell, red, white, and blue. Caleb on the fireworks. Jaden Reed, diamond hands. JJ on the portals. Caleb on the prism prismatic. Bo Nix on the prism fireworks.